Good afternoon. This is Gina coming to you with another crafty tip. If you've got like a sheet that's lying around the house and that you would like to take and use in your quilting projects, this is a good way to start. I have taken just your regular standard sheet. It's a heavier cotton, as you can tell. It's a strip. It's 3 inches wide, and it's just as long as the sheet is across. Say like I used a flat sheet here, and this is as long as it would be. So you go from something plain like this in white to this, a stamped ladybug in sunshine. As you can tell, I've got a green ladybug here and a red ladybug. And it is hand stamped, and you do put some of the detail into it, like with the black spots and the smiling for the sunshine. And this is the things you'll need. Of course, you'll need your strip that's cut 3 inches wide here on a white sheet, or you can use another color if you have another color scheme that you're going to be using for your quilt. Then what I've used is a medium. You always need a medium to keep your paints, like your acrylic paint here, which is a red flag, I believe it's called flag red, excuse me, and it's by Apple Barrel. And then I've got the Martha Stewart craft medium, and that's what I use. And when you go to mix it, you take 2 parts paint and 1 part of the medium. So therefore it doesn't, you got to wash it, fade out on you. Then you'll need like a palette, like I have here, with your colors mixed. Of course, several brushes. Take your paint, put it in your palette, same like here, and you can find these at Michael's or any store or Walmart. And like I said, you mix 1 part of your medium and then 2 parts to the paint that you choose of any color. Say like you were going to do this to, that. And then what you would do is take and start, and then take and paint your sponge, which of course you know that. And then after that, you take and you stamp it. You lay it out in front of you. You measure it out approximately how far apart you want them. Sometimes people want them sort of close, some of them want them far apart or have some space. So this is like what you will have in the end part of the product that you've worked on. And this is what I've been using on one of my quilts that I've got here. I had a dress that my grandmother helped me put together, and I believe the dress is approximately, I'm going to say 22 years old, and I'll show you the quilt if you'll hold on just a moment. I should have pulled this before I started the video. I just happened to think last minute. And this is what I have been working on, the in between, the strips. As you can tell, where I've got the ladybugs there. And the strips go long ways without any cuts in it. The only cuts you see are the ones that you see that are in between the squares here. But the rest of it is pretty well self-explanatory. You've got 1 square that's got a bunch of scraps in it. And then the next square, right here, the floor, which is my dress that my grandmother and I put together as a formal, where my husband used to work at. And I figured, hey, why not use it in something that I'll enjoy? And right now it's like almost half a twin size. That's what I'm working on. So if you want to take something in the house and you really don't have a bunch of money and you want to surprise your friends, this would be great for doing like for a shower for a baby or a home welcoming party. You could do that as well. Find out what colors they like, what's going to be in the house, what are their tastes, what they're looking for. So that's always something that you can make, and it would be something that they can treasure. And another thing, another tip real quick, when you go to let this dry, it says it needs to be heat, I call it heat press. I take my iron after it's all dry, none of the paint is wet, and just press over it at least twice. So therefore it gets to where it stays. It will not run on you or fade or anything like that. It's heat set is what it's called. So therefore this can be something for like a little girl, and she likes ladybugs. And the ideas are endless. There, you know, all kinds of stamps you can use. What I've done, like with my daughter, she's 21 now, Rachel. She's got a few sheets that I've made. One is the ladybug, of course, right here. I made her nothing but a ladybug sheet and pillowcases. She loves those, and she still has them to this day. She's had those things probably since she was like maybe 3 or 4. And I've made her Christmas sheets, the stamps that you find with the snowflakes and stuff. I've made her those. I've made horse sheets for her, and one other one I believe. I can't remember, but anyhow, I've made her different things like that. And I was going to say too as well, what you can do, and it's just an idea, if you want to coordinate it, you can take the same type of material like this, but make it a 6 by 6 square, and get a bigger stamp of a ladybug or whatever you choose to use, and hand stamp that and fill in the detail, and therefore and use this to go along with it. But you have an individual square, say individual red ladybug, then you have one sunshine, then you have this. And I've done some hand stamp squares for a group that I'm in on Facebook, that where we do a monthly square thing, like a lot of people are doing now. It's real popular, and therefore you can make like pocketbooks, lunch bags. You can do all kinds of stuff. It is just so endless. I may try to do one for lunch bags, because I've had several people that have really enjoyed the bags that I've made. So I guess be looking forward to getting that, you know, put on here next little bit. And therefore, I mean, you can make birthday gifts. I mean, it's just so endless, the things that you can do with just a simple stamp, some paint, and the medium as well. The medium does not have to be Martha Stewart. It can be other mediums, but always when you go to stamp, make sure you have a medium, because what that does, it helps it stick to your material. So say if you throw it in and wash it, you know, it doesn't run. And always, another tip is, when you get material, if it's off the bolt that you buy in the stores, always wash it in warm water with like some Cheers and Tide. Throw it in the dryer, so therefore when you do get it, it won't be like a surprise, oh, it drew up because I didn't wash it before I put it together, because that is so heartbreaking to put so much time and effort excuse me, into something, and have it to draw up and not look right. So that's just, you know, a few things. And even if you do excuse me, weather outside now, even if you do get a brand new sheet, wash it first, and then put it in the dryer, and then get it out, press it real good. And same thing when you go to the thrift store, always wash your sheets, put them in the dryer, and go from there, and you have an automatic homemade hand stamp, something that somebody can keep. So I hope you enjoy. Have a great summer.